Today we are going to be playing Bloodborne, but instead of me choosing everything myself, we're going to have the OpenAI ChatGPT choose our build for us. That means our starting class, gear, what we should be leveling, all of that is going to be chosen by the AI. All right, we need to choose our class or our origin for the contract here, and let's see what ChatGPT has for us, what it thinks we should do. Can we get a response? Anything that is not milquetoast. Hey, there we go. Okay, we got something that's not milquetoast, and it thinks that every single time that we get a starting class that the starting items are predetermined, but that's not the case. So we'll ask it again once we get to that point in the game. All right, feels good to be back in Bloodborne, but this isn't really us. Remember, this is ChatGPT here. So throughout, I'm gonna try and prod the AI to see what kind of things we should be doing. We probably won't ask it about the cookie skip just because I think that would be relatively difficult to do from the perspective of a new player. It looks like even though as a new player, it wants to still go the saw cleaver, which is my weapon of choice for sure as well. I would have been happy with anything that's not the threaded cane, basically. All right, and it wants the hunter pistol, so that's a pretty standard build. We're back. Ooh, the violent pass is kind of nice. Good choice. I might try and prod it to see. Oh, well, never mind. We already killed the wolf. So I guess we're progressing normal way. I didn't even think about that. I think that's what a novice player would have done anyway. So as a novice, we're going to have to explore every nook and cranny for all the items we possibly can. We'll have to see if the AI wants us to attempt cleric beast, and if it wants to do it assisted or by ourselves. Now we could probably go off to the left here, but it's more likely that the novice is going to come this way. Don't be fooled, ChatGPT. There's always a person around the corner when there's an item out in the middle of nowhere. Let's ask the AI real quick if it knows about parry. All right, looking strong. Left in pressing L2. Oh no, wait. It's saying to aim the pistol, press L2 and then press R2 to shoot. It's not quite a shooter, but it does say that you can use the pistol to stagger them and follow up with a melee attack. So I think we're in the clear to be able to do that. Hey, there we go. ChatGPT is actually really good at Bloodborne, secretly. Triple kill. Whoa, he shot through the rails. Got that aimbot going. All right, we are kind of coming up on another option here, and I want to ask ChatGPT what it thinks, because we could go fight the cleric beast right now, or we could skip him and go straight to Father Gascoigne. Oh, okay, so ChatGPT knows that Cleric Beast is an optional boss and can be fought before fighting Father Gascoigne. Let's figure out if it wants us to summon Father Gascoigne for the fight, or we should do it solo. It wants us to have at least a +2 or +3 weapon, which might be kind of difficult to do because we don't have very many bloodstone shards, but it says we can purchase fire paper to do additional damage, which might be nice. Consider co-oping with other players, but it doesn't say anything about Father Gascoigne, so I think we're gonna have to fight against the Cleric Beast solo. It's important as a new player of Bloodborne to know where all the shortcuts are, so I feel like this is a reasonable thing for ChatGPT to be doing. All right, so we have enough for a +1. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get a +2 or 3 before we fight Cleric Beast. Now, for speedrunners out here, they would be able to get up based off of this chest here onto the railing, I think, and then jump across, skip the whole area to get to Father Gascoigne earlier, but I don't think a new player would know that. You know what? Let's question it. We'll see if it knows about the speedrun strats. No, there's no way to completely skip the sewers. Well, ChatGPT, I have something to tell you. Giant rats are tough enemies, apparently. Easy enough to kill. We did just pick up the saw spear. I will ask ChatGPT what it thinks of that weapon and if we should swap to it or not. All right, it's really just giving us basic information. Let's do this. And we'll say that the saw cleaver is number 1 and the saw spear is number 2. Number 1. Okay, so we're sticking with the saw cleaver. Boom. Ah, the classic hunter gear. So it's interesting that it wants to compare the armor first to see which is better. So we'll have to do that. But it also is talking about weight and equipment load. a little bit here, which I don't think Bloodborne actually has an issue with. But if the stats are better, ChatGPT says to go ahead and equip it. Yeah, it sure looks better. Probably better for everything except for slow poison. Yeah, we do have a stamina, but there isn't an equipment load. So it's interesting that it thinks that there is one. We can equip whatever we want and not have to worry about fat rolling. We're careful about this. We won't take any. Oh, okay. Never mind. We have quite a good number of blood echoes as well, so we're going to go back. We actually don't have any insight, though, so we can't level up yet. That's easily solved because we have Madman's Knowledge. There we go. +2. I don't think we'd be able to get 7 more bloodstone shards without farming for a long time. And then let's ask ChatGPT real quick what it wants to level. It'll probably say something about strength because we are the violent past, but we'll just see. So it's saying the normal stuff about saying there is no one best skill. No way. The violent past origin that emphasizes strength and endurance, they would level up strength and endurance? That's crazy. I'd also really like to increase my vitality, which in this game increases your health. Okay, so it's already telling us to X-Nay, Blood Tinge, and Arcane, but it didn't say anything about increasing our health, so we're just gonna focus on doing our strength and endurance, I suppose. If we have any left over, we might be able to get some fire paper from the messengers. All right, they don't have any fire paper, so it's a little confused about when the messengers are able to sell. I actually think that you have to defeat the cleric beast first to get fire paper. We have some Molotov cocktails. We might be able to use those to get some good fire damage. Oh wow, I actually hit him with that. I just don't want to be in this corner. Oh, we're so close. First try. I even think we can just Molotov cocktail it. There we go. Easy. ChatGPT's recommendation was very good, I will say. We didn't have fire paper to do the fire damage that it wanted, but the oil urns and the Molotov cocktails worked out really well, actually. So Father Gascoigne is actually somewhat of a challenging fight, so I'm going to ask ChatGPT if there's anything we can do to make it easier. All right, use the environment to your advantage. Use Molotov cocktails. Okay, we do have 5 insight, but I don't think that necessarily changes the Father Gascoigne fight very much. It didn't mention anything about using the small musical box that we got from the little girl, so we're going to ignore the fact that we have that. I think if he falls down on top of us, we get a chance to attack. Because, oh, well, you know, not if we fall off too. Use the graves to block his attack. We'll try and do some of that. Just to play a ring around the rosy with him. You know, the chat GPT had the right idea about fighting him against these gravestones here. We're gonna bait him over here, run backwards. Oh, hello. We're still using the environment to our advantage here. Very nice. Still have to be a little bit careful because he can't hit us with some attacks. And there we have it. ChatGPT fights against Father Gascoigne, certified AI way. We did forget to use the Molotov cocktails though, so that's a little bit of a shame. Now we have an interesting part to get into the Cathedral Ward proper. We are going to need a certain hunter badge medallion thing. We can either buy that, which is 10,000 blood echoes, very generous, very cheap as you can see with our 6,000 souls, or we can go fight the blood-starved beast in Old Yarnum. So we can prompt ChatGPT, figure out what it wants to do for that. Oh no. We actually have the Sword Hunter badge. That's what you get from defeating the Cleric Beast, I believe. But it wants you to get the Cosmic Eye Watcher badge to purchase the Sword Hunter badge from the messengers in the dream. Yeah, I guess we're going to explore the area and gain experience and then purchase the key. We just need a small loan of 4,000 blood echoes. All right, so this is a shortcut. It's not the gate that we can take, but there is another gate. All right, and we got the hunter garb with some top hat. They provide the same level of physical defense, so the decision to wear one over the other is purely cosmetic. Well, let's see if that's actually true. I don't think it is. It's a little bit worse, not insanely. It does have better blunt protection, but overall worse physical defense. We are actually almost up to 10,000 souls, unironically. So I think if we just kill a couple more things, we should be able to go back to the Hunter's Dream and buy that. Oh, the wheelchair. Think of the disabled. There should be a crawling thing over here, I think. Oh, and with 5 bloodstone shards there, we can definitely get a +3. Can we use our insight for anything? Let's ask ChatGPT. Okay, we are stuck with the AI language model. Let's see if we can regenerate a response. Oh, interesting. It actually has conflicting information. In this response, it's saying that Gascoigne's armor set offers higher poison resistance, but earlier it was saying that it had lower. Yeah, so Father Gascoigne's armor set provides higher physical defense and blood defense than the Hunter Guard, but has lower poison and frenzy resistance. All right, well, let's take that as a yes. It actually didn't say anything about the cap, so maybe we won't buy that. We'll buy the other things. We're just gonna have to suck it up that the gloves are heavier. Might have to pester ChatGPT, see what it thinks about getting some vitality here. Oh! Otherwise, we might be in a little bit of trouble if something like that happens again. You are joking. This is fine. We're still making progress. Woo! Woo! I can't believe we survived that. Are you kidding? You just whipped that shit out. Never been more terrified in my life. Uh-oh. Let's, I'm going to reload the page and hopefully it saves. It did not. All right, so the AI doesn't really think that the Black Church armor set is very good, but the Black Church hat is actually looking better than the top hat in most everything. We will take that because it is both fashionable and better. I just gave it all of our stats and our blood echoes. Told it to act as a new Bloodborne player, because based on our current stats and blood echoes, it would invest in vitality. Let's go. Bring vitality up to at least 15 or higher. We also just increased our saw cleaver to +3. The only thing we have left to do is ask if we can use a summon for Vicar Amelia, or if it wants us to do it solo. The AI didn't really give us an answer, so I figured it should try it solo first. I am so glad that we chose to get some more vitality, because she is wrecking us hard here. Oh my gosh, did we just die? No. Oh, you're joking. I didn't realize that that had a shockwave. Oh no. Oh, we're dead for sure. Oh, we're not dead. Still have 8 blood vials and we're about halfway through. I think we could do this. Get the visceral attack off and probably a good heal. So close. Oh, come on, ChatGPT, you can do it. Let's go! ChatGPT managed to pull through and defeat Amelia for the first time, first try. Pretty good progress. ChatGPT has been doing some pretty good suggestions. It certainly doesn't know about any cheesing or speedrunning strats, but huzzah for not having a terrible build. Bye-bye!